This video is going to discuss stacking blocks. So we're going to be talking about a lot of pictures here, and we're going to be turning 2D things into 3D things. So let's go ahead and figure out how could we, other than just counting, how could we figure out how many blocks are in this picture right here? We can see that there are 2 blocks that go, there are 2 different rows of blocks, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different columns. So if there's 2 going up and down and 8 going across, we could add 8 plus 8 for 1 row, 2 rows. We could add 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 2 for all of the different columns. Or we could just go ahead and multiply 8 times 2, or 2 times 8. How many cubes are in this rectangular layer? Remember that 1 cube is a 3D object. So that 1 cube is going to look like this. We want to know how many cubes are here total. Because there's only 1 layer of cubes here, there's just this bottom layer, we can go ahead and we can look at how there's 2 going here and there's 4 over here. So that would be 2 times 4. There are 8 of these cubes. Here's other ways that we could look at it. Now, we knew that there were 8 in that 1 layer. What if we add another stack on top of that? It's the same thing. We know that there were 8 in that bottom layer, but now we're going to add another layer onto there. So, how many would that be? Well, we could add 8 plus 8, or we could say there are 2 groups of 8. 2 times 8 for 2 layers of 8 cubes. Now, remembering that there were 8 cubes in the bottom layer, now we have 3 layers. So how many cubes are here? Well, now there's 3 layers of 8 cubes each. 3 times 8 is 24 cubes. And in case I wasn't clear before, 2 times 8 is 16 cubes. My apologies. Now, we could also do this by looking at the stack from other directions. We could look at this gray section, at this one slice, and we could see that this goes, there are 2 here, and there are 3 in this direction. And that means that in this gray layer, there would be 6. And we can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 layers that way. So this would be 4 layers of 6 cubes. 4 times 6 is 24 cubes, which is the same thing as 3 times 8. We get the same answer no matter which way we start off looking at it. So remember that to find the number of squares in a rectangle, you can multiply the length times the width. So now we have a 3D stack. It's very similar to a rectangle. The vertical dimension in 3D objects is called height. It's how tall the object is from the floor all the way to the top of the layer. Be very careful that you only count height by looking at like the face, the front face of the layer. We could also look at it by looking at the back face of the layer, as long as you're looking from corner to corner. We also have the length and the width. So here, to find to find how many cubes are in here total, we would look and we would see that there are 4 in the length, 2 in the width and 3 in the height. And because there's 4 in the length and 2 in the width, that means that the bottom layer, 4 times 2 is 8. Then we're going to multiply that times the height, which is 24. You can also just take the length times the width times the height and be done. That's how you figure out how many cubes are in a full stack. Length times width times height. Have an absolutely fantastic day.